Your wedding vendors are the production team for your wedding. They determine whether your special day will be a success or not. So how do you find the best wedding vendors within your budget? Hi, my name is Pixie and I'm a wedding planner from Autumn Bronze Productions, and here are some tips on finding the best wedding vendors within your budget. Number one, look at non-traditional places. Yes, you can Google and find the top ads for specific wedding vendors, but the vendors who are showing up in your Google searches are usually the ones who have either paid for Google ads or paid per clicks for search engine optimization. So they are spending a lot of money in marketing. And where do you think that marketing budget comes from? From your wedding budget. Look at Instagram or Facebook Marketplace or other classifieds like Kijiji and Craigslist, and see if there are vendors who have a more affordable package. And once you speak to them, you'll be able to see if they might be a good fit for you. The people who are who are posting on these non-traditional places are not spending as much money in marketing, and those savings are usually passed on to you, which will help you with your wedding budget. Number two, ask your married friends about their experience with vendors and if they have recommendations about their vendors, or if they can give you an idea of how much they spend per vendor. You'd be surprised how often people are willing to share their experiences about vendors from their own marriage and also their budgets. And this would give you a good comparator as you're searching for your own vendors, and see if you feel like you're paying a little too much, or if a vendor seems exceptionally cheap. Then you want to find out, why are their packages so much less than what my friend experienced? So that's another one to look out for. Number three, look for vendors who are closer to your venue. This is because most vendors will charge you a travel fee from their location to your venue location. So for example, we got married in Barrie, which is about an hour and a half away from us in downtown Toronto. If we were looking for vendors in Toronto, they would charge us a hefty travel fee to go up to Barrie. So what we did is we looked for vendors in and around Barrie, and we were willing to travel to meet them if we needed to go to Barrie, instead of paying them the extra fee to travel to our wedding. So that's another tip to find vendors closer to your. Number four, research. Find as many vendors as you can, reach out to them, ask them for their packages, and compare those packages, not just for the amount that they're charging, but also what are they giving you for that amount. For example, if you have a photographer who is charging you less, but are only staying for 8 hours a day, while you have a whole day of events planned, you might end up spending more money in per hour charges for that photographer if you want them to do a first look at the beginning before the wedding, as well as take some photos and videos of your dancing or like a grand exit. So look through the different packages that you're getting and see if that actually fits your plan and if that's the right vendor for you. Number five, see if you can get vendors who will do multiple things. Instead of getting a separate photographer and a separate videographer, you can get a vendor who will do both photos and videos. For example, for our wedding, we had a decorator who was also our day of coordinator. So if you find vendors who are doing multiple things, then that's a good way of saving money from your budget. Number six, talk to your vendors. Whether you're trying to decide between multiple vendors or you think you've found the right vendor for you, it is very important to talk to them before you sign a contract. This could be for multiple reasons. Number one, you want to be able to get a feel of that vendor, see if you can build a rapport, see if you like them enough to want them to be on your production team, want them to partner with you to make your special day a success. Secondly, if you can build a good rapport with the vendor, sometimes they'll give you perks or recommendations that would help you in your wedding planning journey. To give you an example, we did two events for our wedding. One was Sangeet, which is an Indian event where your friends and family sing and dance for you and perform for you. And as we were speaking to our photographer about the events that we were going to have, he said, I can recommend that instead of getting a videographer for your Sangeet day, if most of the activity is happening on stage, what we can do is put up a video camera pointing at the stage, and that ways I can just go around taking photos and I can have a video camera capturing all these performances, and so you can save on a videographer for that day. And guess what? Our photos and videos turned out so well, and we saved on a vendor. So it's very important to speak to your vendors before you pull the trigger. Also, speaking to them gives you an idea of whether your event is just a business opportunity for your vendor or if they are truly committed to success. There are multiple things that can go wrong on your wedding day, and if your vendor is really committed to working with you to make your day a success, they will adjust. They will make small tweaks to ensure that your plan is still executed without making a lot of fuss. So it is very important to speak to your vendors before you sign a contract. Number 7, which should have actually been number 2, is essentially book your vendors early. For example, if you are planning on getting married 2 years from today, if you book your vendors today, you will be able to book them for this year's prices as opposed to 2 years from now. Most vendors will upgrade their prices every year, so the earlier you book your vendors, the better prices you are likely to get. Now, if there are vendors who are not willing to give you prices for this year, so for example, if you're booking 2 years from now, they are saying that they're going to bill you for what they estimate that the prices for that year is going to be, they are probably not the most budget-friendly vendors you're trying to go for. So try to find vendors who are willing to give you this year's budget for a future event a few years down the line. Number 8 is try to see if there are promotions that the vendor is offering. A lot of vendors will offer end of year promotions to fill up their calendar for the next year or the next couple of years. So if you can find specific promotions that can give you a discounted price, so that's also a good option. But of course, please make sure that you're talking to the vendor and making sure that you like them and you understand that they understand your vision and they're willing to partner with you to make your wedding a success. Don't just go for the cheapest vendor that you can find because they're giving you a good price. I hope these tips helped you. If they did, please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. If you have any other questions or any specific topics that you would like me to make videos on, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Stay tuned.